I'm making a video on how to get out of a really bad depression when you're in one. I've had a depression only 2 months ago, so yeah, it's still really fresh in my memory. How terrible you can feel when you're in a really bad depression, and I also still know how I got out of it, so I want to give you my advice about this. So one of the things that I made really clear in my mind is that depression, all these depressive thoughts that I was having, are actually hallucinations. I looked it up, and it is scientifically proven that it is impossible to think about positive memories when you're in a depression. So the first major hallucination that you have got when you're in a depression is that you truly believe that you will never be happy again, nor have you ever been happy in your entire life. So that's a little bit the driving force behind that thought, because you think, I've never been happy, so why would I be happy in the future? It doesn't make sense. But it does make sense, because you just can't remember it, but you have been happy in the past, but you just can't remember it right now. And the second thing that you believe when you're in a depression is that your situation is completely hopeless, that you just are never going to get out of this depression, that there's nothing you can do about it, and that it will just never end, that it seems endless. But it's not endless. I've looked it up, and on average a depression takes up to 4 to 6 months, even if you don't treat it in any way. Not with medication, not with talking therapy, it will end. So even if you do nothing, it will pass. So you have to believe that this is just a phase that will pass. And I think I can remember thinking, you know what, 4 to 6 months, I'm not gonna survive that. That's just too long. Also the hours, they seem like 1 hour seems like a day, a week seems like a month. So how on earth am I going to get through it? But you're gonna get through it. And thing is, you just have to wait, you know? And you have to truly believe that everything you're thinking right now, you won't be thinking in a couple of months. You know? All of this, what you're thinking, is just rubbish. It's nonsense. And you are not going to think your way out of it, you know? You think, you know, if I really think about these depressive thoughts, I will come up with a solution. But you're not gonna come up with a solution, because there isn't a solution. The solution is not being depressed. That's the solution, you know? So my advice is, do not think. Just refuse to think negative thoughts from the morning till the evening. Just keep yourself occupied. You just distract yourself. You think about other thoughts. Or at least you try to, because sometimes it's just impossible. No, whatever you can do. The first day of my depression, I went walking, and I remember I was in the woods, and I just started crying all the way when I was walking, you know. And I thought, you know, what the hell are you doing? You're trying to do. You've got this idea that you're going to do the exact opposite of what the depressionist wants you to do. But here you are, just crying in the woods. But you know what? I just kept on going. You know, I said, I'm just going to do this because exercise is good for me. Exercise is something that non-depressed people do. I'm just gonna do everything that people who aren't depressed still do. I'm just gonna go out with friends. I'm going to go on a vacation. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. What I used to do. Because you actually don't want to do anything. You know? And you know what? It worked. Even after like 3 days, the worst stuff was gone. You know, I wasn't crying anymore from the morning till the evening. So, you know, I was out of bed. I could keep myself occupied. So that's already being functioning while you're in the depression. That's already like amazing, you know. It's really the only way to survive this, you know. And it took about 3 months. So you will think, 3 months, that's so long, but you know what? Yeah, it gets better every day. So it's not like it's like this really, really bad situation what you're in for 3 months. No, you see a gradual improvement, you know? So my advice is never do what a depression says. If it says lie in your bed, don't lie in your bed. Just get up. If you don't want to leave your house, leave your house. If you don't want to see anybody, go and be social. You know, if you don't want to be active, go and exercise. Just do everything your depression says you're not supposed to be doing. And don't try to find solace in these depressive thoughts. They're just gonna, if you let these depressive thoughts be there, even for like an hour, you get really, really badly sunk in, and you will experience a really, really bad depression. So don't do that. So that was my advice. Good luck with that.